Hi, welcome. Today we're going to be going and rolling some stats and making D&D characters. And today we're going to make a knight and a wizard. Now I've pre-rolled 5 of the stats. I'm going to show you how to roll yourself. So you're going to take any 4 6-sided dice. Any will do. Different sides, different colors, doesn't matter. You're going to roll them. If you roll any 1s, you will re-roll those. And you will take the 3 highest numbers that you have and use those to make your stats. So we're going to go ahead and do this real quick. Gather your supplies and we can do this together. So we didn't get any 1s, so we don't have to re-roll anything, but we got some really good numbers here. We got all 5s and 6s, except for 4. But we're going to take a 6, a 5, and a 5. Get a 16. That's a really high stat, so that's very good. That's our second highest stat we rolled. Now, if we're making a knight and a wizard, which is what we're going to make today, they're 2 very different types of characters we're going to have to focus on. They're good at different things. So what we can do is think, what would a knight have? Well, a knight would be very strong. He would be maybe very charismatic if he's a leader. He may be intelligent if he's like a general. It depends on what you're looking for. But we're definitely going to take our highest stat, which is our 17, and put that into strength. No doubt about that. Now, as a knight, you're going to be up in there. You're going to be with your sword and your shield, or maybe your great sword, and you're going to have a very high constitution. Now, your strength represents your muscle ability, your physical ability, while your constitution represents your ability to take damage, your health. And so we need that to be very high as well. So we're going to put that 16 in there. Now the rest of our stats are fairly similar, but it's still very important for flavoring of your character where you put those stats. Now, I would argue that dexterity is very important. You need your fighter to be mobile, to be very capable. And so you might put dexterity up. So let's go ahead and say we put a 14 into dexterity. No problem at all about that. Now, we have our physical stats rounded up. What about our mental stats? So we have a couple scores left, and we do want to focus on intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Now, intelligence is your ability to learn. Charisma is your ability to interact with others and your personality, while your wisdom is sort of your ability to make judgment calls and things like that. So I would say that a fighter, or maybe one who's a warrior, would have a pretty good judgment call. So we're going to put our other 14 right into wisdom. And now we have 2 13s left, so it doesn't really matter where we put these 2. But if you were to have one higher than the other, you might want to reorganize depending on what type of character you're playing. And then finally we have our wizard, who's going to be focused more intellectually than physically, and they need a high intelligence to have a lot of spells, so we'll definitely put a 17 right there. And then we have our rest of our mental stats. He might have a pretty good wisdom, so we'll put a 16 right there. And then strength wise, we're not worried about that, so we'll go ahead and put a 13 right there. And then same for dexterity. We still want our wizard to be able to take hits, so we'll put a 14 right there. And charisma wise, we'll give him a 14 also. And that is how you make your D&D characters.